They are panicking because you have outgrown them. The conversation started the moment you left the room. Something is wrong with her, one of them said, looking around the table. What do you mean? Another person asked. She doesn't tell us anything anymore. She used to come to us for advice. Now she just makes decisions on her own and moves on. Nobody said anything for a second, for some few seconds, because deep down they all knew what was really bothering them. It was not that you had changed, it was that you no longer needed their permission to live your life. For years, they were comfortable with the version of you that doubted yourself. Whenever you wanted to try something new, you would ask for their opinion. Whenever something hurt you, you would run to them looking for answers. Whenever life became difficult, they knew exactly how to influence your decisions. And then something happened. You stopped asking, you stopped explaining, you stopped chasing people who were never truly happy for you. At first, you thought it was temporal. Give it time, one of them said. She will come back. She always does. But weeks passed, months passed. You were still moving forward. You were building your own life, making your own choices, and finding happiness without their approvals. That was when the panic started. One evening, your name came up again. I don't even recognize her anymore. Someone complained. Another person laughed. She thinks she's better than everyone now. The truth was very different. You never thought you were better than anyone. You simply stopped accepting treatment that made you feel small. You stopped sitting at table where people only talked to you when they needed something. You stopped carrying problems that belonged to other people. You stopped apologizing for things that were not your fault at all. What they called arrogance was actually self respect. What they called pride was actually confidence. What they called distance was actually peace of mind. The hardest part for them was watching you succeed without them. They were used to being a part of your story. Now they were standing on the sideline watching a life that could no longer control. One person even admitted it without realizing. I miss the old her. The room became quiet, not because they missed you, because they missed having access to you. They missed the version of you that accepted less than you deserve. They missed the version of you that stayed available even when nobody was available for you. They missed the version of you that made their lives easier while making your own life feel so hard to live. But that person no longer exists. You learned your lesson. You saw people's true intention. You realized that some relationship only survived because you were the one doing all the work. At once you stopped carrying the weight alone. Everything became clear. Today they are still talking. They are still wondering how you change. They are still trying to understand why their words no longer affect you. The answer is simple. You finally saw your value. And once a person understands their value, they stop begging for a place in rooms where they are only tolerated. The people who are panicking are not re- reacting to your growth. They are reacting to the fact that they can no longer benefit from the version of you that stayed small. Why they are busy discussing you have become of who you have become. You are busy building a life that no longer depends on their approval. They thought they knew you. They thought they knew who you were and how far you could go. Now they are watching you grow beyond every limit they place on you, and it is making them uncomfortable. So this message, it reveals to you what is happening behind the scene and why some people are reacting differently to your success. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe, click on the notification button and share. It's your girl Blessing on Daily Push.